Welcome to the AMNA Championships here at Parkville at the State Level Hockey Centre in Melbourne. My name is Taryn King. I'm joined here by Elijah Bucker. Elijah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks. How are you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. We've got a match up here in the under-17s division between the Southern Dragons and the New South Wales. I'll run through the South Australian lineups. In goal shooter, we have Luke Wells. Goal attack, Thomas Hobbs. Wing attack, Tyson Hollett. In centre, captain Riley Yeager. Wing defence, Solomon Huxtable. Goal defence, Taj Leonard Down. And the goalkeeper, Samuel Baker. On the bench, we've got Deacon Norfolk, Heath Palesso, Kobe Murray, Luke Tedderis and Nathan Negro. For New South Wales, Elijah, take us away.
In goal shooter, we have Benji Robson. Goal attack, Jack Yeatman. Wing attack, Riley Fraser. Centre, Cohen Powananga. Wing defence, Noah Watt. Goal defence, Brock Starkey. Goalkeeper, Hugh McMillan. On the bench we have Benjamin Norris, Cruz Adams, Isaac Reitzner, Lucas Pete, Mason Cadogan.
Alrighty, thank you for that one, Elijah. Sorry if you can't hear us. The ACT men's in the crowd are pretty loud as they gear up for their game on court 2. But we are focused solely here on court 1 between New South Wales and South Australia. We've just had a couple early breaks. So here we are underway. It's Yeatman early. And a little bit of a fumble from New South Wales, and South Australia come away with it. Expecting a bit of a ping-pong sort of game. And the under-17s, the young fellas, they love playing fast. As we've got Yeager here on circle edge, over the top for Thomas Hobbs, and he'll look to put the first one in for South Australia, and does. So good early start for South Australia, an early break. Elijah, what are you looking to see here on court 1?
I'm really interested to see just how these new teams work together and just the development of some new players and young players. Be interesting game to watch.
Absolutely, under-17s, the youngest of the age groups we have here at the AMNA Championships. So it'll be interesting to see what we can do as we've got Yeatman lining up his left-handed shot. Short, and a good rebound there from the South Australians. It's Samuel Baker. Oh, Leonard Down's pass goes astray. Captain Riley Yeager able to collect. Back to Leonard Down and swings across out of Hobbs, and Yeager connecting really well. So the South Australians look to have some good early connection. And that ball at the top doesn't get to Wells in time, and Pananga Kelly comes up with it on the circle edge. So a bit of experience here in this New South Wales team. Captain and goal defence, Brock Starkey, went to the Australian under-17s camp in Sydney last year, so he would have gained a lot of experience from the coaching of Lorraine Ward there as she sits sideline watching. So the South Australians seem to be controlling the ball pretty early on, I say, and that goes straight over the sideline in towards the New South Wales bench. So Brock will take this ball from the sideline. So pretty much all fresh faces at the AMNA Championships, apart from maybe that one in Starkey. Pananga Kelly controls perfectly and drops that ball perfectly into Benji Robson. But it's Yeatman that will take this shot and puts in his first after missing earlier. So a good settler there for the New South Wales boys. Elijah, what are you liking so far, mate?
I love the connection between the two teams. They're doing really well. They're finding each other easily on court and making very clear, nice passes.
Yeah, absolutely. And that big, strong hold of Benji Robson just giving a chance for Yeatman just to sweep in around through the front and the back. So providing a really good spark and opportunity, as is there with the ball at the moment. Riley Yeager has a nice little give and go to the pocket, as well as trying to get open through the body contact called. So Hobbs will come and take this. He's got his wing attack, Tyson Hollett ball side, looks for Wells, but a good tip. So Elijah, you did some work with the Vimna under-17s, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
How did you find that experience being able to train with the Vic boys as a training partner?
Yeah, it was just awesome. It was so fun. Really good experience. Learned lots of new things. Made lots of new connections with friends and coaches. Just finding out so much more about netball, and yeah.
Absolutely, we love to hear it, especially from one of our own. So it's really good to have Elijah with us on the commentary desk, as we've got a bit of insight into the young mind of these under-17s boys. As we got Starkey through the court, he's going to be pretty much the primary ball handler, I think, for New South Wales in transition. Having that experience, and that ball for Robson just goes over. So we're very loud here on court 2. The Victorians and the ACT Griffins locked it 2-1, as is our game here on court 1. As Jaeger seems to be that connecting piece for the South Australians. Great take there from Tyson Hollett. Reset, wasn't looking, and that'll be over a third. And good there control from Benji Robson as he puts in his first of the game. Extends the lead for the New South Welshmen, so 3-1. And Starkey, great ball over to his vice-captain, Ponanga Kelly. And a nice ball there into Robson. So New South Wales building that early lead, Elijah. What do you think's the key for South Australia not to let that lead blow out? What do you think they should be doing?
They need to be coming back towards the ball a bit more and just having control of this. I feel like they're getting very crowded in their court, so just finding their space on court and just making sure communicating well and making sure just be paying attention.
Yeah, absolutely. All basics that we need to be paying attention for. And here is that connection, although a good tip there. In there, Riley Fraser getting the tip and the connecting ball to Ponanga Kelly, and a ball over the top for Robson. It's just too strong, that hold at the moment. Not a whole lot is getting through. Long shot from Yateman, just missing, and Robson's able to collect the rebound and put in another one for the New South Wales boys. They're up 5-1 now. As Yateman controls a dangerous ball, Fraser, and Yateman strong drive. No, a bit of a fumble. So South Australia, you think really need to catalyse, and that's not the right word. Capitalise is the right word I was looking for. Really capitalise on this chance. And Hollett, not for the first time, trying to reset, but not really working for him. Jaeger looking back. So Huxtable really carrying this ball through for the South Australians is short there from Ponanga Kelly, just giving a bit of relief for the South Australians, and that tip from Starkey, a little bit too much body contact on it. So 2 in the circle now for the South Australians, and it's Luke Wells who ends up with it with a nice fake, bringing the defenders up into the air, now breaking that centre pass. So a chance for the South Australians to put on 2 in a row here, something that they probably need to do to come back in this one. As Jaeger connecting with Hollett, and again through Jaeger, stepping into the arms of Ponanga Kelly, probably something that we wouldn't advise. Off the ring, Wells. Great balance there from Luke Wells. Probably didn't expect that ball to come to him like that, but he got there balanced and was able to put the shot up, cutting that lead to 2. So a couple of watchful eyes in the crowd.
Beautiful intercept.
And great intercept, but just lets himself down with the footwork. There does Sam Baker.
Deflecting the goal, go again. Goal shooter, beautiful shot. Back to...
So we're throwing now for the New South Wales on the baseline. It'll come from Hugh McMillan. Starkey looking long. He's got that long, deep option there from Noah Watt, who looks to unlock that New South Wales attack. They're just playing really behind Elijah. They're just stuck behind the South Australians. They probably need to come back in front, like what you were saying, but for the South Australians. Short there from Baker, but a great shot from Yateman. So New South Wales keeping that early lead they built, just sort of keeping South Australia at an arm's distance at 4. As Starkey, had a bit of heat on that ball. Off the post, and Robson collects short, leaves it short. So Sam Baker with a nice rebound. What do you think so far, Elijah? Who's stood out to you so far, mate?
Goal attack in New South Wales, putting up some amazing shots, getting them in, following them, doing some really nice drives, getting some good balls in the pocket. And I think South Australia centre just connecting the ball down the court really well for his team, always being an option.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's that connection. Oh, no, never mind. There's not that connection between the South Australians as it's Jaeger being pushed off the court pretty much. And we see here through the midcourt, Fraser looking for Ponenga Kelly. He's able to control, balance. A good ball to Yateman. Some of these passes here from the New South Wales, for such young athletes, 16-year-olds at the oldest, they're playing pretty well. Their passes, always something you'd be seeing in the older age groups. So here's Jaeger again. He's handled the ball a lot. Probably something for New South Wales to pick up on, maybe to limit his usage of the ball as well as inside the ring. Has Hollett there. Hobbs in the backspace. Swing to Jaeger. Here comes Hobbs on the base. Contact there from Starkey. So it is Hobbs now underneath the ring and puts it in. Another one, Thomas Hobbs. So that leaves us at 7-5 here with 5 minutes to go in that first quarter here on Show Court at the State Netball Hockey Centre. It's Ponenga Kelly handling, and that ball goes astray and out of bounds it goes. So the Dragons will take advantage now. Down 2. Got a turnover here. We'll have centre pass next, so chance to level it up if everything goes right for them. And that is some swift ball movement and finding the stronghold of Luke Wells as he puts in another one. South Australia really looking to keep charging forward now. They've broken through that lead of 4. Still one down. Here's Hollett. Bounce there to Jaeger. Again, calling his name a lot already in the first quarter, and that ball tipped by McMillan and over the baseline. Didn't look happy with the call, but nonetheless, Hobbs will take the throw in. A lot of body contact there from Ponenga Kelly. And Jaeger has got it, and a nice little drop pass for Hobbs, and he'll step in from the obstruction from McMillan, and he puts it in. So back to level now. New South Wales probably need to find an answer here, as the ball just goes astray. We wait for Ponenga Kelly to get us started again. A long ball from Starkey. Starkey and Yateman seem to be the ones that are connecting for New South Wales here. Doing a lot of work and puts in the goals. So Yateman finding it pretty easy here to start, Elijah. He's been pretty impressive, as you said. What is going to be South Australia's way to stop him? What do you think they need to do to sort of curb his influence in this game?
He's doing a lot of deep pocket passes. So to be able to just push him up to the sideline, push him up the court to stop him getting down in depth in the court will be really important for South Australia, because they're just kind of letting him run loose quite a bit. So to shut him down and just push him up and make sure he's like taking him out of play and just making sure he's not an option in court.
Absolutely, and that was a great intercept by Tarzana down, but let down by the pass from Sam Baker. Now it's Fraser who's been pretty impressive to start the game. And here comes Yateman, and just doing what he likes in the front of the circle. Oh, and Baker with a tip. So Yateman went to pass it across to Robson, but Baker was all over it. So we've got 2 minutes 45 here in the first quarter. Locked at 8 apiece. Long ball. Well controlled by Huxtable, but wasn't able to find someone falling out of court. So we've got Yateman handling in the middle third as he now drifts away to the sideline, and always an option, but that ball from Ponenga Kelly as he drops his head goes over the baseline, aimed for Robson. As we have Robson out of play for an obstruction, and Huxtable now bringing the ball. Hollett in the middle, looked over the mess for Leonard down. Hobbs kept it in, but only into the hands of Yateman, who's been handling a lot in this first quarter. So as Elijah was saying, probably something that the South Australians need to focus on at this quarter time break, coming up in a minute and 50 seconds. Robson trying to find a hold, found himself in some space and puts in a nice shot. So breaks the lead. So South Australia lead flag, what I believe is the first time today. As Jaeger finds a really strong hold there from Luke Wells. And a contact on the outside from Ponega Kelly. Wells another strong hold. And that's short from McMillan. And Wells puts the lead out for 2. No? Tied game. Okay, I had the scoreboard wrong. My apologies to the viewers at home. We are locked at 9 apiece. And it's Watt now. And Starkey sends that ball sailing over the baseline. So, chance now for South Australia. Now with the centre pass next to possibly push that lead to 2. My apologies. But Yateman, enough contesting on the ball, and Jaeger just fumbles that one over the line. So Fraser looking for Yateman, looks to be the main ball carrier here for the New South Welshman. Something for South Australia to pick up on as Baker goes across the court. Baker finds Hollett perfectly and a good take, even through that body contact from Watt. Noah Watt, that is. Long ball, and that is just picked off by Brock Starkey perfectly. Probably wasn't the ball, it had a player out of play, but oh no. Pass straight over from McMillan.
Beautiful intercept again. Goalkeeper. Working down the court. 9 seconds left. Misses short. Bit of a fumble there between the two goal attacking goalkeeper.
And Yateman puts it up on the buzzer to give New South Wales a lead 10-8. Sorry, 10-9. I'm having a nightmare. 10-9 for the New South Welsh lead as we're here at quarter time. And Elijah, who's been your standout early on here, mate?
Like I said before, Yateman in goal attack, just finding the ball really easily and just making great space on court and just popping up those goals. Goal defence, captain, doing start.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track it.
Start here in the under-17s, and we'll see you guys shortly after the break. Welcome back to Parkville here, the coverage of the Under-17s and the National Championships, this game between South Australia and New South Wales. New South Wales started off really strong, had an early lead, as much as 5 I think it was in the end, but South Australia clawed it back, so we're sitting at 9-10, New South Wales with the lead, but we have a centre pass here for South Australia, so a couple changes across the court perhaps. South Australia remain unchanged, it looks, but we have a new centre in there for New South Wales. I'm just trying to find out who that is. I believe it is Cruz Adams. In there at centre. And we still have McMillan and Starkey in that defensive end. Noah Watt in wing defence. Fraser in wing attack. Yateman in goal attack. And Hobson in goal shooter. Robson rather, not Hobson. My apologies. So there's Adams, his first touch of the ball. And tipped over the baseline there by Sam Baker. So Elijah, you said that Yateman was that sort of standout player in that first quarter. What did you enjoy from his game through the majority of that first quarter?
Yeah, I just enjoyed his technique in shooting very nice, and he just pops up the ball really nicely into the goal. The way he moves on court, he's just a ball magnet. Keeps seeing the ball in his hands, and being a real key player for New South Wales here.
Absolutely, he has been, but a great intercept. And talking about key players, Brock Starkey, captain, comes up with it. A big swing ball there to Noah Watt, who just lobs it over to Fraser and Robson with the hold and a footwork call. So unfortunate call there for Benji Robson. He's had a couple misses today. He's got 5, so even scoring load for the New South Wales players. Benji Robson and Jack Yateman 5 apiece. And a drop ball, no, a contact call against Leonard Down, it seems. So Yateman just hanging around on the outside, lobbing it up, and contact there on Big Benji Robson. He's such a big target, probably going to be drawing a lot of contacts today and throughout the entire week. As Yateman just getting a second chance at that line and does pot it in.
I think the biggest thing for these boys is just to find discipline on court, to know when to go for intercepts and not crash into your player. It can be a bit difficult. But also to get your 3 feet, make sure it's good, and make sure your pass is going directly into your player's hands. Seen a few stray balls today.
Absolutely, yeah. But that's a great tip from Brock Starkey into the hand of Luke Wells. So great defence, and that seems to be the common theme amongst this game is the defending from both teams has been really good. Yes, Yateman has done a lot of work for New South Wales, but at the end of the day, the defence is pretty much reigned supreme pretty early on, and see a low scoring game as Yateman just fumbles that one over the sideline. So Samuel Baker to get us started again. Not a whole lot of options, and Cruz Adams lets him know about it, getting that nice intercept as the ball swings to Noah Watt, who's been a nice little ball carrier. Oh, Fraser, Cardinals in. Don't look down if you think you're offside, because the umpire's going to look as well. So Taj Leonard down, sends that ball. Brilliant recovery there from Hollett. So, yeah, like you said, Elijah, a lot of stray balls. That sort of passing is something they need to work on, as Luke Wells puts it in. And again, another ball over the sideline for New South Wales. So, South Australia, chance to go up again and get a nice little lead. But Yateman all over that pass, not letting South Australia get any sort of momentum whatsoever. Off from Yateman, and Robson jumping perhaps a bit too early, not able to pull in that rebound. As Jaeger and Huxtable carrying that ball through. Starkey had a crack. Wasn't able to pull it off, unfortunately. Starkey's still out of play, so Hobbs and Wells both in the circle together. On circle edge, McMillan nearly got it, but a good take there from Luke Wells. Oh, he leaves it short though. McMillan tipping it out for Noah Watt. So a bit of inaccuracy across all the shooters, really. So something to work on really across the board. As Robson misses another. Finally putting it in for New South Wales. So 11-2 now, 11-12 rather for New South Wales in their lead. As Jaeger finds Hobbs and trying to look for a 1-2, but Wells really strong underneath the post as the post is shaking. Still puts it in, so I believe we've seen a change in the South Australian defensive end. It's Leonard Down has come off. So we have a new goal defence out there, and it is Kobe Murray. So we'll see what impact he can have on the game of Jack Yateman, who's been, as Elijah was saying in that first quarter, really all over the place. He's been pretty much unguarded what seems to be the whole time, but a good start from Murray.
Yeah, nice tip there. Yateman again.
Yateman, long shot, and a good shot in that mid-range region. It's proven to be a lot of trouble for the South Australians here. And Starkey jumps the line perfectly, able to get that tip. Huxtable trying to win it straight back, but Adams was there to pick up the scraps. Yateman, oh gee, that ball's gone astray. Starkey's done well. But it'll be Cruz Adams finding Yateman. Swing to Fraser. Riley Fraser, that is, and he finds the inside ball for Robson. Leaves the first one short. No mistakes on the second one, though.
Both goals from both sides, setting up beautiful holes for their play, providing really nice options.
Yeah, absolutely. Two really strong goal shooters in there, Luke Wells and Benji Robson. As we see, I think it was not wholly within the circle. Starkey, Jaeger hits the deck, but Starkey with that perfectly timed intercept. He's been getting his hands into a lot of different contests, Brock Starkey. Probably showing that experience he's had through that Australian camp. But Luke Wells done well. Another good hold and another good finish for the South Australians. Now they'll have the centre pass through Captain Riley Jaeger. As Hollett has the ball on circle edge here, and a tip there from McMillan. Oh, and a contact call on McMillan. As Wells and Hobbs in the ring together. Hobbs at the front, Wells at the back. Great defence there from Starkey. Oh, McMillan's tipped that one over the baseline. Swing to top for Hollett, and he just pops it up. Wells didn't even look like he was ready for it.
No.
So McMillan will take this ball from the baseline for the New South Wales. Oh no, that ball has gone not where we wanted to go. As Kobe Murray, just that short option for Hollett. The South Australians just seem to have that short option to the ball, sort of down pat a bit more than the New South Wales do. The ball's sort of flying everywhere. I say as the ball rolls out of court for the South Australians.
Incredible pressure by the New South Wales defenders. We're seeing a lot of tips here and there and a lot of pressure put on these players, finding maybe not such smart passes happening.
Absolutely, and being under 17s will be their first taste of an amateur championships unless your name is Brock Starkey. But at the end of the day, the pressure here is unlike anything that these guys would have pretty much ever played under.
100%.
Cruz Adams handling, looking for Robson. Good tip there from Sam Baker. As we've seen a change in the wing attack bib now for the South Australians. So we've seen Hollett go to the bench for the South Australians, and just trying to find out who that new wing attack is. Is Deacon Norfolk in there? I'm going to take a wild guess and say that he's the younger brother of Ryan, who is a member of the South Australian under-20s team, who played earlier today. As Riley Fraser, unfortunate fumble, so a repossession call. And so some pretty undisciplined play here from the New South Wales team, as Starkey tried to keep his hands there with Hobbs stepping in, but how are they going to try and get off the body a bit, Elijah, and try and implement a bit more of a disciplined approach to their game? What do you think they need to try and do?
I think, yeah, as you said, they need to come off the body a bit more. They're finding themselves stuck in the body and just pushing onto the body. And a lot of the time they're getting called for things outside the circle, so it's just leaving one of them in the circle to defend two players. So finding that discipline just around the outside in the centre third, in the goal third, that will really help for them to utilise both defenders in the circle.
Absolutely, and a great intercept there from Solomon Huxtable. He's been pretty good today so far. I'm also bringing the ball up. He hasn't had a whole lot to do, Riley Fraser's run around doing almost what he pleases. As Hobbs steps back over the hands of Starkey, Wells is able to keep it in, but only into the hands of Noah Watt. So a bit of rotation has been done for both sides. Not really utilising the rolling subs, although Ponenga Kelly, it looks like he's lining up to come back on for Cruz Adams. As Yateman now pass or shot, he'll put it up and he'll nail it. So cuts the lead down to 1. As a bit of a mishap there in the rolling sub. So we see Huxtable and Jaeger connecting once again, as we've seen in Norfolk now. Dropping that ball in. Hobbs swinging to Jaeger and drops in behind it. A great screen from Luke Wells. Oh, he's missed it though. Hobbs pushes that one astray and Norfolk called for that contact. So New South a chance to just compose themselves here as Ponenga Kelly does make that substitution. And Jaeger, great intercept.
Nice tip. Gonna go contact.
A contact call there on Riley Fraser in the middle of the court for Solomon Huxtable now to take it. As Jaeger, Ponenga Kelly just providing those really good strong hands over. And there's that contact call on the edge of the circle you were talking about, Elijah. Here's Norfolk. Hobbs through body contact, stepping in and around and giving it to Wells, who will put in another one, does Luke Wells. His 11th of the game. Other shooting stats, Thomas Hobbs with 6 and 3 misses. Benji Robson 7 goals, 6 misses, and Jack Yateman 8 and 3. As Robson and Yateman connecting. Good tip though from Baker. So it goes over the baseline. Yateman will come up to take this one. And rolled in from Ponenga Kelly. Contact called on Kobe Murray. Nice fake from Yateman. Leaves it short. Baker tipping it away and Huxtable comes up with it. So good defence there from the South Australians. They're able to stop that shot of Jack Yateman. As they'll now bring the ball up through their goal third. Another contact there from Ponenga Kelly. They really need to fix that one up. They're just getting caught amongst the edge of the circle, just making it far too easy. There it is again. So a lot of whistle down this end. As that ball over the top for Luke Wells. No penalty not set. So Norfolk, almost a carbon copy, except it goes over Luke Wells this time. Jaeger swings the ball. Ponenga Kelly, a nice tip. He's gone offside there, but after the play, Jaeger, contact there from Noah Watt. Swing, someone's hit the deck. It's McMillan, but no call, and Wells just goes into the backspace and puts in another easy goal for South Australia as they keep extending that lead that they built. So 18 to 15 with a minute 15 to go. Wells puts in another. It's just a 4-goal margin now.
South Australia really finding their connection down the court now. Just finding each other really nicely and getting those intercepts just on the New South Wales centre pass and just working it down really beautifully.
Yeah, absolutely, Elijah. You're spot on there. New South Wales connection seems to be breaking down a little bit, whereas the South Australians are just building it up. If you haven't been able to catch the game on court 2 in the 17s division between Victoria and the ACT currently leading that one 22 to 17. But back here on court 1, a long ball from Huxtable to Hobbs. McMillan comes up with the intercept as that ball tried to get over to Wales. Watt, Ponenga Kelly, smart, knew he couldn't put that foot down. So Riley Fraser now, swing from Yateman. He's going to go to the front space and Robson is able just to come into the back space. Should put this shot up and in. Doesn't, but strong on the rebound. Yateman leaves it short. Not out of play. That time it's in. So that'll close out this first half as the South Australians take A 19 to 16 lead going into halftime. The crowd is up and about. A big fight back from the South Australians in that quarter. Who's the standout in that one for you, Elijah, with that comeback from South Australia?
I really think goal defence. I forgot his name, but he beautiful intercepts there. Also, centre, just bring that ball down, find that connection with his team players, and goal shooter just really having a really nice strong hold, having that front hold as well, just right under the post, just really crucial for the South Australia team.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain Riley Yager really stepping up in that second quarter, able to find that transition ball between defence into attack, attacking third, like you said.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your...
Welcome back. Here we are, second half coverage of the AMNA Championships in the under-17s division between South Australia and New South Wales. Before we left you, South Australia took a 3-goal lead into half-time, 19 to 16. Elijah, what are you looking for in this second half here, mate?
I'm really looking forward to like see New South Wales just find their connection on court again. They lost it a bit towards it in that second quarter because they had really nice connection first quarter, but then seemed to just rush a bit more and lose it.
Yeah, absolutely. And a good start there. A good tip from Noah Watt. And South Australia just look to continue. They remain unchanged. As we have the new goal attack and the wing attack in there for New South Wales. Let me find out who that is for everyone. Lucas Pete into goal attack and Benjamin Norris into wing attack. So a couple different changes there for the New South Wales. Maybe try and something a bit different to get a bit of a different result, although Yateman was on fire in that first half. As Starkey remains strong. Panenga Kelly swinging that. Pete is there. Robson also. Robson through the body contact does well. Gee, wasn't confident. Looking, Panenga Kelly finds Pete. Lucas Pete, his first shot, and he nails it. So Norfolk now receiving centre pass off to Hobbs. And a good tip, Panenga Kelly. It's gone out, I think, off the legs of Brock Starkey there. So we're just setting the penalty here. The South Australians. It's Norfolk. Hobbs trying to find his way to the front. Unable. Good tip from Starkey, but Wells, that stronghold, like what you were talking about, Elijah, before the break. So Panenga Kelly to take the centre pass. We've got a breaking call from Solomon Huxtable there from South Australia. As Lucas Pete has been a good introduction early on here. He's been given a signs of life for the New South Wales goal in the end. There's another shot drops in for him over the really strong jump there of Sam Baker. So a couple of pieces on the benches of both teams that are yet to be used. As we see from South Australia, Heath Palesso, Luke Teteris, Nathan Negro yet to take court with the New South Wales. And you got Isaac Reitsma, Mason Cadigan yet to make their way onto court. As that ball goes up for Pete, brings it down. Robson, big strong hold in the front space there. Different to what we're normally used to seeing. Lucas Pete with a nice rebound, and he pops in his third. So a really good introduction there. It seems that New South Wales have got all the good goal attacks here in the under-17s.
Yeah, 100%. Just finding that ball really well, New South Wales, in the goaling area.
And a good tip there from Starkey. He's up and about. Contact call against Panenga Kelly, it looks. Not out of play. Contact Starkey there. And as Elijah was saying in that first half, they really need to clean up around the ring. And Wells, just, that lead staying at 4. What's your top tip for trying to break down leads, Elijah? What do you think you need to focus on the most?
When you're trying to break down a lead, you kind of just want to play really clean and safe. You don't want to give away anything, so just making sure to stay calm when you're under pressure and not just going for extravagant passes. You better play it safe. And especially with goals, you don't want to shoot from far out and miss those goals and get right into the hands of the defenders. So just nice, disciplined play. It's the way to go. And then in defence, you can go a little bit more harder to try to get those loose balls, but still trying to remain disciplined. They're not,
Yeah, absolutely. As you see, Riley Yeager go to the bench for the South Australians, and it's Nathan Negro that comes onto the court. And there's that sort of extravagant pass you're talking about, Elijah. That one just flies well over the hands.
beautiful tip.
Beautiful tip there from Benji Robson. I said in the last game I covered that there's been a lot of attackers doing a lot of defensive work as Benji Robson gets the tip and gets the goal. So keeping that lead at that sort of 3 margin.
Starkey, another intercept.
Yeah, so on fire is Brock Starkey, the captain of this New South Wales unit. As that long ball goes, perfectly placed from Starkey, just into the hands of Ben Norris. As Robson, strong under the post, dropping that ball in there nicely. So New South Wales have cut that lead to 2. They've got the centre pass, so chance to make it 1. Panenka Kelly connecting with Pete. Swing ball, offside call for Huxtable. He got a piece of it. Just couldn't stay outside. Gee, looks like big Benji Robson's taking the free pass, but nice triangle there with Pete and with Panenka Kelly. So that lead cuts now down to 1. And we have an injury time here for Kobe Murray. So on comes Taj Leonard down. Kobe Murray just goes to the bench to be tended to the South Australian physio there as we see Thomas Hobbs. A good finish there for him. So settling his team, Thomas Hobbs. Oh, long ball from Noah Watt. That was not the play. Picked off by Huxtable, has been pretty much everywhere so far. But let it down. Starkey saw it coming. Wasn't able to pull off the intercept though. It looks like Jaeger is looking ready to come back on, so maybe just a quick break. And a good, nice little fast ball movement. And short from the defender, so Wells will get another crack at it. Wells puts it in. So Negro to get the South Australians started.
Tip from the wing attack, New South Wales. Gonna bring it down into pocket. Beautiful lob right into the hands by shooter.
And a great take there.
Fall short.
Got a big rebound there from Sam Baker. Able to pull it off here for the South Australians just to build that lead.
New South Wales not doing great with their rebounds. The tall goal shooter, haven't been able to see him jump too much for those rebounds in their goal attack. Yateman was a bit shorter, so didn't have that quite height to get those rebounds. So hopefully with this taller goal attack, we might be able to see some from New South Wales. Yeah,
possibly. And speaking of rebounding, big Brock Starkey's down there as that ball goes over the top of Panenka Kelly. Another contact outside the ring. Brock Starkey really needs to clean that up. He's just making Hugh Miller's job all that much harder as Wells jumps on the hold. Jeez, that is a deep split from Luke Wells. Somehow is able to balance and pull down the rebound off his missed shot. So Luke Wells doing it all so far for the South Australians, really helping his team build that lead, not only recover from that early one. So New South Wales need to find an answer here. Lucas Pete trying to find his way in, a good swing ball, and there he is. Lucas Pete. Good jump there from Baker. Robson, he had a lot of that ball. Didn't get it called for him. Swing from Pete, and the ball opens up. A great dummy drive there from Pete and Robson. There's a layup for him. So back now through Huxtable. They're using their goal defence and wing defence a lot, the South Australians. Huxtable and let it down. They've had a lot of work to do bringing that ball up, as Jaeger has been pretty influential throughout the whole game. Wells lets that one go out off the tip from Hugh McMillan. So Jaeger on the throw-in. Ball over the top. Wells, another big strong take from Luke Wells. He has been an absolute target down there.
Yeah. Finding that ball really well and setting up those really nice holes. Making it really nice, easy pass to South Australia.
Absolutely, great call, Elijah. And Panenka Kelly now with the ball on the outside. Robson trying to find some space. Big, strong take there from Benji Robson over Leonard Down. His shot is good. So 3 goals the lead, 5.5 minutes to go, give or take. And Jaeger, Norfolk on first phase once again. Now Leonard Down looking, he's got his captain Riley Jaeger, able to balance nicely. Hobbs, Panenka Kelly, really strong body on the outside. Jaeger hitting the deck. So we've got Hobbs stepping in, passing over to Luke Wells for his 21st goal of the 29 for the South Australians, so bearing a lot of the shooting load. shooting at a pretty good percentage is Luke Wells. He's done pretty well so far. And there's a contact there from Baker for Robson. Pete swings it, didn't like that shot. Robson caught in the middle of two defenders. Pete that time likes it and nails it. So a good shot there from Lucas Pete. Able to just to keep chipping away that lead. And Noah Watt this time he's able to bring it in. Pete and Norris, that is. Oh no. Thrown straight into the hands of the South Australian defenders. So Baker and Jaeger connecting. Tip there from Robson, not enough for Norris to come through. Oh, as we have a contact and an obstruction call up court. So Huxtable to take it, swings it over to Riley Jaeger. Pananga Kelly, contact on the outside once again. So as you were saying, Elijah, in that first half, just not able to be clean around the circle. Is New South Wales. They swing the ball to Norfolk. And Wells fighting for it. That is a big, strong take from Luke Wells. Brock Starkey. Oh, rush shot from Wells. I think he knew the clock was really winding down on him. Starkey swinging it to McMillan. So a lot of connection here in this defensive end from New South Wales. But the link has been what's the problem. And Pete, that ball over the top. Pananga Kelly does well. Pete, his foot is out of bounds. So Baker will take over. Calling Baker's name a lot. As is Leonard down. Getting a bit of body contact. Steps through Pananga Kelly. That is probably a bit too much body contact as Jaeger hit the floor again. Pananga Kelly really needs to clean it up. Been pretty much on Riley Jaeger's body the whole time. That's a bit better. Got a tip. A clean tip that time. A nice fake from Jaeger. Got Starkey in the air. Hobbs steps around. Rolls out. Wells, strong rebound once again. He's been pretty dominant down there, Luke Wells. Not a whole lot stopped him. He's a bit challenged vertically compared to the likes of Hugh McMillan and Brock Starkey, but that does not seem to be stopping him. His hold is just too strong, too good. And a perfect fake there from Pananga Kelly. And Pete pops it in.
New South Wales really finding their connection down the court now. Struggling still a bit to get it into the goalers off the circle edge, but being able to get it down very nicely.
Absolutely, and we see a new centre come in for New South Wales. That's Mason Cadigan coming in for Pananga Kelly. So his first introduction to the court. That ball gets away from Leonard down. Cadigan, his first pass is a good one across to Norris. And Cadigan, good ball there. Pete, his foot was out of bounds, and yeah, the umpire was all over it. So Baker on the throw-in once again. His ball use has been pretty good so far. Oh, maybe foot on the line. And not addressing the line perhaps for Sam Baker. So unfortunate one for the South Australians as Huxtable read it like a book as the ball gets tipped all the way down to the goal third. Unable to be collected though. As we see Hollett back into the wing attack bid for South Australia as the ball swings off the hands of Benjamin Norris. As we see Sam Baker has to climb up into the stands to go and get that ball and with no one sitting there. And that, folks, is higher than what you might think. So that is a pretty impressive feat to be able to get up and down pretty quickly. Gee, ball ping-ponging around a bit. Huxtable and Jaeger able to settle the South Australians down a bit. As we see Leonard down. Unlocking the attack. Great take there from Hollett. Looking in, has Hobbs, swings it to Jaeger. Wells is opened up. Starkey picked him up perfectly. That is perfect textbook defense there from Brock Starkey. Let down possibly by the ball use of Noah Watt as time will be held as the ball goes on to court 2. So 37 seconds. New South Wales probably really need to score here. They're still down 3. They haven't been able to crack that lead since Baker stays in off the couple of tips that it came off, and another intercept for Starkey. So he's really stepped up his game in the last minute or so. Pete now. Shot for him. Drops in. So 15 seconds. Can New South Wales score again? 10. Cadigan will step in. Pete, the game is still going. That siren is fourth quarter 2. Pete to Cadigan. Ball over for Robson. Rushed his shot. He had more time than he thought. And that'll draw the third quarter to a close. So we're sat here at the Dragons with 30. New South Wales 28. South Australia will have the first centre pass of the last quarter. But it's going to be a pretty exciting one. We'll see you on the other side.
The Get Active Victoria app is an easy way to step into everyday activity with videos on yoga, dance, low impact and more. Set your own goals and track your progress. Victoria app today.
Here we go, welcome back to final quarter action here. South Australia 30, New South Wales 28. Elijah, it's going to be a pretty exciting final quarter here. What's your prediction here, Elijah? What do you think?
I reckon South Australia, if they can really hold themselves, I reckon they can take the win. Only 2 a difference though, so hard to tell.
Yep, absolutely. Still anyone's game. Cadigan called for the contact on the outside. So again, that undisciplined play on the outside of the circle really hurting the New South Wales here. South Australia remain unchanged almost across the entire game. This whole lineup has almost run the whole thing. New South Wales, Starkey's gone back into goalkeeper, possibly trying to reduce the impact of Luke Wells. Put your most experienced player on in Brock Starkey is. It looks like Noah Watt has gone back to goal defence and Riley Fraser into wing defence. So Robson puts that ball down. Probably the smart thing to do is Lucas Pete will take the shot. No, he doesn't. He passes Sam Baker. Thought he had it for a second there. So Robson jumps to the other side, nails it. So again, still to the lead. New South Wales need to find an intercept somewhere. Where's it going to come? Huxtable. Nearly there from Fraser. Call for contact. Hollett sends that ball for a chase for Jaeger and another contact on the outside. Something needs to change here for New South Wales. Noel Watt, a good tip. Jaeger still has it. Ball goes up in the air. Wells almost lost his footing, but it's contact there for Noel Watt. Short. Starkey tips it, chasing it, got it. So Brock starts swing ball. Luckily getting away with it. Hollett called for the contact. So Starkey Sent that long cross-court ball after getting the rebound. Fraser and Watt connecting through the mid-court. Norris, Cadigan, and there's Pete jumping into a really nice spot and should put that in, and does. So New South Wales, chance to level it. Cadigan to get us started. Long ball, and it's a good one, and here it is. Robson nails it. Crowd up and about. New South Wales have levelled the game. So South Australia, those connections that Elijah was talking about, really struggling now. This is where it's going to get put to the test. Tied game, 12 minutes to go, so still plenty of time in anyone's game.
It's nice to see Starkey working around the body a bit better with goal shooter.
There it is.
With the other defender, he just got really stuck on the body, which made it easier for Wells to hold and get that intercept, but Starkey being able to come off the body and work around, helping out.
Yeah, absolutely. New South Wales had the turnover and then let it go. So had the chance to go into the lead, but Jaeger now on the outside. There's that strong hold of Wells, but Starkey elevating perfectly. Everyone's kept that in, and New South Wales has come up with it. So really good effort there from Brock Starkey. Real captain's effort just there. So chance now for New South Wales. As there's a contact call for Solomon Huxtable. Cadigan and Norris connecting high ball. Pete rips it in. And New South Wales have the lead once again, plus the centre pass. So we've seen in this game, teams have come into the lead, but they've found it really hard. Once that sort of lead is established, it's taken them a long time. So out of court is Jaeger. It's taken teams a long time to come back from the leads that the other team has produced. Baker read it perfectly and a good tip. So hold it now. We've already had a draw today in the men's reserves competition. Victoria and Western Australia tied on the exact same court as well. Jaeger has copped an absolute beating today between both Konenga Kelly and Cadigan, but Wells remains strong and pops it in. So the crowd getting up and about here. Such a close game. Tied game it is. Jaeger, strong take. There is again Cadigan. And there's an advancement for constant contact there from Cadigan. And finished off by Hobbs. So Jaeger, the beating that he's taken has finally led to something for the South Australians.
Yeah, South Australia, New South Wales, they really need to find that discipline on that court, especially in that defensive area. They're just getting too many calls and it's really affecting them, especially when it's the defender's outside the ring and it's just adding that extra pressure. When you have the holding shooter like Wells, you need to have two players in that ring.
Absolutely, and making the jobs of Starkey and Watt just all the more harder. It doesn't need to be, but Jaeger finds Hobbs, really connecting those two. Must have a really good connection back home in South Australia. And Starkey's in there. The drive from Hobbs. Starkey saw it coming, just stuck his hand there and said, not today.
Starkey really working around Wells really well.
Absolutely. That change from the coaching staff of the New South Wales has really paid dividends here. It's given them the chance to get that win. Lucas Pete, long shot. Oh, it's gone straight over. Penalty not set. Pete, second chance. This time, straight over again. This time Baker comes up with it though. I would have liked to see Lucas Pete, after that first shot went straight over, maybe sort of look to top or look outside and try and find a different option. But not to be. Instead, South Australia come up with it. So not long to go now. Mistakes here could be crucial. Starkey tips that one out of court. 33 apiece.
Starkey just reading this play really well, getting those tips in, causing a lot of stoppages on this court for South Australia.
Absolutely, and speaking of stoppages, ball astray from court 2. Hobbs steps up Shot is off. Starkey's got it. Fast movement through court. Hollett called for contact in the middle of the court there. So New South Wales seem to be leading this this last quarter. The real chance to win it here. Pete, back to Norris. Tried to find Robson, tipped over. So that ball goes over the baseline. It's Pete, outside for Cadigan. Ball over the top is too much.
I've seen that quite a bit today, where they've just thrown that lob just a bit too high over, and they're not being able to find the hands of the goal shooter.
Absolutely, but pretty understandable. It's both first games here at the championships of 2025, so the nerves will be here. A lot of these boys playing their first game here at the Nationals. Cadigan looks for Pete. Oh, that's a perfect ball. That's a perfect ball there, that is. Here we go, to the lead now for New South Wales. South Australia need to convert this centre pass. Jaeger, and that hold's not working now because Starkey's getting that vertical elevation just over the top to tip it over. So South Australia need to find something different. And Starkey, another tip. Wells rips it in though. 1 footer shot. So New South Wales currently leading the second half by about 3, I believe. And that ball is turned over. So South Australia, another chance to tie it up. Norris gets that tip out of bounds. So goal third throw in. It's Baker now. Finds Jaeger in the middle of the court. Swings to Leonard down. Great connection there from the South Australians. It's really good to see this good connection at such a young age. Wells, he's struggling. Wells is moving around a lot now that Starkey's gotten a few tips. So Jaeger, ball on the outside. Wells in a great position. Foot up, knew he couldn't step that foot down, but Starkey, strong tip out of the circle. New South Wales, 5.5 minutes to go. Pete's got it. Oh, that's not the right pass. And Huxtable eats it up. So Jaeger and Hollett really working hard on the outside, not taken, so back it'll come. Hobbs really protecting that space. Starkey was there, couldn't get it. Hobbs trying to find a way to put that ball up and does so. So Hollett looks for Wells. Starkey around the body again. Jaeger this time. There's Hobbs. Strong body contact there from Watt. So Hobbs now. Big chance to put South Australia in front. No, he kicks it out for Hollett. Fake. Nothing on. Tip from the side is Riley Fraser. So that ball's gone out of court. Elijah, 4.5 minutes to go. What do these teams need to do to settle down, mate?
I think South Australia really doing well with slowing it down, but I think they just need to make sure they have a big balance on court. In the goal ring, their goalers go into the same area. We're not seeing a split in that goal area, so they're not giving 2 options, and they're not using their space in that area. So for South Australia, just to use all the space they're creating in the goal area, and I think New South Wales just, again, that discipline around just the whole court.
Yeah, absolutely. Spot on there, Elijah. Thomas Hobbs sends that one over, so another miss for the South Australians. Hollett not happy, thought he had the ball on the outside. Oh, Huxtable! He's been everywhere in this last quarter. Another intercept for him. Luke Wells, we've been talking about his impact here in this game. Shooting at a solid 80%. 25 from 31. Thomas Hobbs, a quiet 10 from 6. Starkey, another tip rather. Hobbs spills it. Oh, they both look to the umpire. Nothing called. What good rebound. This change down the defensive end for New South Wales has been a masterstroke from the coaching staff. Starkey and Watt have done an incredible job. Leonard down, now contact, so 2 in the ring. Oh, Robson just needed to take his time. Contact call from Huxley on the outside. So 2 absolutely ripping games here on courts 1 and 2. This game currently tied 35 apiece, although Pete now makes it 36 to 35. And Victoria currently leads on court 2, 44 to 43. As Norris finds Pete. Tip from Baker. Cadigan. Norris. Baker over the top. Thought he was playing fast 5.
Seeing too many lobs down this New South Wales attacking end. A lot of deflecting by Baker. And it's just, he's really causing havoc down there.
So South Australia down 1. 2 minutes to go. It's almost panic stations for the South Australian Dragons here. Cadigan, swing ball, Watt. Oh gee, really only had eyes for 1. Ball got over Cadigan, landed for Robson. Spills it, keeps it in. Baker's got it. They need to settle though. They cannot rush this ball. They may not get another chance. Oh no. That's gone straight over the baseline. 90 seconds to go. Lead is still 1. They need to find ball. Starkey now. Across to Watt. Jaeger could cover there on Cadigan. Swing ball to Starkey. Cadigan gets it this time. Ball to Pete. Pete off balance. Found Cadigan. Sweeps the front. Baker hard contact. Chance for Pete. Dishes it off. Robson gets it. South Australia set a pass. They need to be quick, but they need to be controlled. They cannot afford to throw this away. Hobbs and Hollett connecting again. Jaeger now at the top. Tip from Watt. Contact call outside the ring. So Hobbs and Wells in together. Starkey. Only one there. Brock Starkey. Jaeger was able to collect it. And Starkey again, another tip. And that'll probably do it. That'll ice the game if New South Wales can score here. Over the top for Norris. Everyone all together. Pete, big strong take. Over the top for Robson. The layup. That's going to ice the game for New South Wales. They're going to take the win here. Currently at 38-35. 10 seconds to go. What a win this will be for New South Wales. A brilliant comeback. The change at the end to bring Starkey back into goalkeeper to nullify the impacts of Luke Wells, because he was absolutely amazing in the first half. It doesn't matter though, because New South Wales have pulled off a great comeback win here in round 1 of the Under-17s tournament. Elijah, what a game, mate. Who's your best on court for today?
Definitely Starkey. Just those tips and intercepts he got. Very crucial player for New South Wales, especially in that last quarter with that amazing comeback we saw. Just his intercepts really helped his team, and yeah.
Absolutely. Brock Starkey was probably best on court in the second half. I'd have to say Luke Wells was probably best on court in the first half. They were 2 absolutely amazing players. Crazy to think that they're only, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So lots to look forward to for both teams for the rest of the week. I've been Taryn King. I've been joined by Elijah
Bucker,
that's the one. He did tell me pre-game. And thank you for joining us for the coverage of the Under-17s and the National Championships. We'll see you next time. See you later.